was that? It was okay? Yeah? How did you feel, thank you, last week? Yeah. Yeah, we were in the quiz. It was a good last week. No. We noticed it was challenging. What was challenging about it? We'll pass those out at the end of training.
Well, I was just confused. I thought I did really bad on it, but like I got tired for a second. Where like that whole first week, I know like a bunch of us like when we first saw it, like it was like community grown. Like we all like were just like okay. But yeah, I think like the first page was like what I like just in my mind remembered about it. Like that's the part that I was like taking my time on.
I think like the information, like especially like on the Prospective Student Center, was just so specific, and in his presentation we didn't think he was that specific, so we didn't hone in on those certain keywords that we were apparently looking for on that first page.
Okay. I just think it's a little bit more difficult when it's just speakers that don't have like a handout or anything, because it's just like what we hear, so the questions are made off of like what someone else hears, and it might not be what your notes have. It's kind of hard.
That's good feedback. And hold on one second, and for the PSC, some of what we quiz you on and why it's important is because when you answer phone calls, it can get nitty-gritty like that. But that's good feedback for us, especially for the review sessions. We try to encourage every presenter to have something, whether it be a PowerPoint, a handout, something that we can regurgitate and have and study back. For whatever reason, it didn't matriculate with Matt, and it just was what it was. So, but I think that's still helpful for us to be able to talk in review sessions and in training, focus on this. This element's important, you know what I mean? No need to be cryptic about it, right? Yeah.
I think one thing that was difficult about it was that a lot of the information wasn't information that was like directly related to us. Because like I feel with like this one is easier because like a lot of us deal with student account services, so we kind of know some of this. It was just more in depth. But with that stuff, it was like I never took a tour when I came here, so I know nothing about the Prospective Student Center and stuff like that. So I felt there was no like connection between information on us that was able to make it like click. Yeah.
I think there was just like a lot of new information last week, and so it was hard for us to kind of gauge what you guys think is important for us to know.
Okay.
So we were like overwhelmed. We were kind of like, we're not sure what you think is important and what we should know. So we just weren't sure what to study exactly.
That's good feedback. We can fix that, you know? Yeah.
I mean, going off like a lot of the stuff I feel like on this one also relates directly to the tour script, and like if you don't remember exactly the question, you can kind of like try to remember.
Reference that.
Yeah, but like on the tour script, the Prospective Student Center one is like a line long, just about like, oh, they have statistics on this kind of stuff.
Right.
So like that wasn't super in depth, but then the quiz was.
Right, so the questions we asked about the Prospective Student Center goes more into your role and what you do behind the scenes in terms of assisting prospective students and parents. So I can see that. We went from like tour script function to like behind the scenes function as you in your actual role.
I think it would have been just a little bit clearer maybe prior to going into all of those different like things where we were just kind of shuttled around like presentation. Just having something where it was like, oh, look for these things, like listen for this, you know, and that way we could write it down as we heard it, so we could remember.
Or even like a one pager after or something like that.
Exactly, yeah.
Yep.
The one thing that was difficult for me last week was like, especially about like stuff to click with, is like financial aid and like EOP and stuff. Like I personally wouldn't feel super comfortable being like, oh well, like this is what qualifies as low income, and like talking to someone about that, because money can be a really sensitive topic. And just being like, oh well, like if you make this, then you can apply for these and this, like stuff like that. So EOP was kind of like a lot of information when we don't talk much about it, and I don't know how comfortable I would be like going really in depth as much as he did with a student. You know?
And the good thing is you don't have to.
Yeah, but then it's just like
You know, we have-
understanding it when we
right,
don't
right,
have to in the
We have
future.
the experts in that area, and we can direct them to go talk to an EOP counselor, which is great. So a lot of it is just to give you that like general glaze, that general overview of things, knowing where to direct people, knowing the gist that you can talk about as the official student representative, but then we know when it's appropriate to pass on to the experts. So, but I appreciate your feedback because it's going to help us, I think, for the future weeks and for review sessions, and you know, maybe coming up with a little one-pager or something like that that's going to support your growth in studying for them and just retaining what we hope you retain. This shouldn't be a secret, right? Did you have something, Joe?
I thought it was just like a lot of information packed into that short amount of time, just because we had the retreat also. So we didn't have as much time to study for it over the weekend and all that.
Gotcha,
So,
because we monopolized your time. Huh, okay, good feedback, all good feedback. We're gonna pass out the quizzes at the end, just so you guys can see those, and then please ask us any questions you have, afterwards, of course. So today, we are gonna hear from two offices that our Office of New Student and Parent Programs works so closely with all throughout the year, literally all throughout the year, come on up. The two of my favorite people on campus, Dr. Eric Hansen, who's our Director for Housing Administration, and Dr. Kara Bowers, who's our Director for Residential Education. So if you will indulge me for 1 second, will you all take out your binders and flip to the page in the transcript that has residential education and housing administration, and take a quick quiet moment and read the transcript. Okay, so take a quiet moment, go ahead and read that part. Who's found the page? What page is it? 14. Sorry.
Just to clarify, is it the housing script, the one that the housing rep says, or the part that we say plus the housing rep?
I would read plus, so let's get the full glaze.